sky. If I die, let a night know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die, let a night know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die, let a night know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Hoping my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights, my heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights, my heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights, my heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God, I don't know if I can remember. God, I where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die, let I night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We're back with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast on this Wednesday, man. Y'all smash that like button. Sub up to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already, of course, you know, my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers. Occasional trial hauls, y'all know we have Music Monday, but this is Sold Out, where, of course, you know, we continue the sneaker talk. Speaking of sold out, we have a sold out Discord. The link is pinned at the top of the comment section, and it is free to sign up. Where, of course, you know, we continue the sneaker talk. We got a food section, a sports section, you name it. If I do not get the content out in time, most likely we're already chopping it up in the sold out Discord, and it is free to sign up, right? Okay. As y'all coming in out, don't forget to smash that like button, of course, sub up to the channel, and let me know if audio and visuals is looking good and sounding good on your end, and we'll get the party started, man. Tonight's topic, man. If you haven't heard the news, look like StockX is going to allow you to buy and sell used sneakers, but apparently there's some stipulations to that, so I want to make sure I cover that tonight as well. And I'm just going to cover two topics. There's actually another topic I had one to cover, but I think I'm going to save that for Saturday as far as like the best sneakers for 2026 this year, right? Okay, so far. So I'm going to do that. I always do one of those live videos, but I'm going to save it till Saturday. I'm not going to do it tonight. I'm going to do it probably Saturday, and what I'm going to do is probably open up the Discord and get you guys' thoughts and opinions on that. I kind of caught it on the spur of the moment whenever I was creating tonight's live, and I was like, you know what? I should bring the guys in, you know, or the people, females, whoever wanted to join the panel, and get you guys' thoughts on that. So we'll do that on Saturday. The best sneakers thus far in 2026. To be honest, man, if it feels like it's been like a dry year pause, to me personally, it has. But I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? I do want to save as much as I can. So we're going to touch definitely on the best sneakers so far for 2026. And also, tonight's topic, I do want to cover the Nike Discloses the CFO transition. So Nike them are still trying to make changes, as they do have Elliott Hill as the current person in charge. And look like he's trying to make changes where he see fit. So, I'm going to start with the StockX stuff first, right after I test the chat. And then, yeah, man, we'll dive right in, man. Definitely quiet. If it doesn't seem like I've been putting out as much content, it's because I have been making more shorts, dropping a lot of shorts, and seem like they've been doing well, knock on wood. And then I still got my Drip or Skip series and my weekly sneaker rotation that I'm doing. So pretty much we're going to make sure, you know, I still drop the same, if not more, right? Okay, just different little format here. Let me touch the chat, see what we got in the building real quick, and then we'll get the party started. Looks like we have the Dark Knight in the building. Says, yo, what up, Dark Knight? What's Gucci? What up, what up, what up? We got Steven Barron in the building. Says, Jeremy Jones with a thumbs up. What up, Steven? What up, bro? We got Unique in the building. Says, he got a thumbs up. What up, what up, what up? Manny with the kicks in the building. Says, You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with the Sold Out family. Bing bong. Appreciate that, Manny, with the kicks. You know what I'm saying? Gonna probably make some noise like that. Try to add more sound effects to the streams as well. So I'm gonna make some noise for them right here, man. Just a little bit, for the kid. I know a lot of people been doing a lot of that still, but I haven't really been doing it during my stream. But you know what? It is what it is, man. We'll make a little noise for that one. You know what I'm saying? Boom. You could have been anywhere, but you're here with the gang, man. So appreciate that, Manny, with the kicks. As always, man. So we got to drop some noise on that one right here real quick. Boom. Hope you guys are hearing that. Hopefully I'm not blowing out your eardrums. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to keep going here. Appreciate that, Manny. We got Unique says, Blue Towel SB Dunk Sneaker of the Year discussion done. Hey, we going to save it till Saturday. Definitely not done. Discussion just getting started. But you know what? I respect it. And I'm going to say this too. Whenever I do the best sneakers thus far for 2026, if you do want to hop on the stream and give your thoughts and opinions on what you think, because I'm not, what I say and what you say, even if we're at like complete opposites, there's no right or wrong answer. But if you want to give your thoughts, you got to be in the Sold Out Discord. It's free. I'm not asking for money. I'm saying it's free because I'm going to bring you guys up on the YouTube channel and sync it together, this, that, and third. That's all. If you want to give your thoughts on there. You guys seen it done in the past if you're not new. And if you are new, welcome. You know what I'm saying? So where we at real quick, Man with the Kick says, this year, mid compared to 2025. To be honest, dog, respectively, it's kind of been mid for quite some time, years, right? But, I mean, we still had some bangers last year. So if we are comparing it to 2025, I agree. We've had some heat, but nothing like where it's like a must cop. Like, it's crazy. I'm thinking about going back and getting the Wolf Gray 5s. You know what I'm saying? Which is a dope shoe, by the way, but it's kind of one of those, like, normally it would have been one of those I'd have been like, too bad, so sad, boom. We were anticipating it going on sale, but it didn't. You know what I'm saying? This year has definitely been one of the most unique years when it comes to sneakers. A lot of even people are posting less on sneaker YouTube and YouTube in general, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, I feel like the current state, we're like in the middle of trying to figure it out as these companies do, right? Okay? Because for the people who's been giving me a hard time, and I'm not saying it's you guys, but a lot of people say like, okay, cool, well, you know what I'm saying? Respectively, you don't ever buy all the shoes. You always skip a lot of shoes. Now you got the people who, what are they going to do now? Because if you look at the sneakers app, it's pretty dry. You know what I'm saying? Like, all those people that say you're going to have them early, this, that, and the third, you know what I'm saying? Like, now what? Now you got to use your creative flow. I'm not saying those people aren't good, because they definitely are great, right? They're definitely great content creators. But you're just as good as having the content in your hand. You know what I'm saying? So now what? That's my thing, right? And I'll leave it right there. You know what I'm saying? That's where it's one of those where I can still drop the video. And I'll put myself in the boat, right? Even though I don't have a shoe all the time, and if no shoes are coming out, then what am I going to talk about? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same. We all work off each other in some way, shape, or form, respectively. You know what I mean? Just want to throw that out there. Again, man, I think I'm going to dive right in. Get the party started. We're going to start with StockX. I don't know who in here still uses StockX. Me personally, I feel like we all do to a certain extent. Whether you're spending money on there or you're using it to compare a price. You know what I'm saying? StockX has a place in the sneaker world. I think they just need some stuff to be cleaned up. Now, I've seen Brandon Dunn from Complex went over there, and he's supposed to be making some changes, right? So could this be one of the changes that we've seen right here as we get ready to drop into tonight's topic? Remember StockX used to pride themselves on, hey, we don't sell used anything. Everything is brand new, this, that, and the third. Now, in my mind, I was thinking like, hey, they probably do that because it makes it easier to authenticate. And then they went through the legal battles with Nike, changed the name. We're now a StockX verified. Dog, I get it. They're like, well, we've been around for quite some time. And yeah, you know what I mean? Like, our name carry weight, which it do to a certain extent, but people like that word of knowing they're getting something that's 100% legit, which is easier said than done when it comes to the sneaker world. You know what I'm saying? We've seen people legit check stuff in person and still be wrong. At least I have, right? Manny Kick says the grind never stopped and run it up ski. Appreciate that, Manny's most definitely. Y'all know me, man. Content always on the way, man. I can be honest and say this, right? For the people who think it's easy, hey, everybody I know that's tried it, they let you know, like, damn, it is a lot of work. You know, you can underestimate what it looks like from the outside looking in, right? Manny Kick says, no scam X for me ski, right? My thing is this to you, Manny, right? And I know a lot of people, and I know your answer, Manny, so I don't even know. Never mind, I'm not going to answer. I'm going to say, well, a lot of people still use StockX to compare prices, but at the same time, really a lot of people base it off of like GOAT and eBay now, too. That legal situation did not help. I bet you looking back on it, StockX probably wish they would have been like, hey, when they sent that cease and desist about stopping this whole NFT thing that really nobody even talks about anymore, look back like, was it really worth it? We should have just stopped it versus going to court because we had the money. And now, not saying they're in the hole or anything, but now your reputation has been challenged by the shoe company that you sell the most. You know what I'm saying? Even though they've settled out of court to the best of my knowledge, but that's something that probably could have been avoided, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? I'll leave it right there. Manny says that's the only reason they use it. Believe it or not, right? There's still people that buy off StockX, well-known sneakerheads new to the game, and people who literally just have no idea. And whenever they Google a shoe, that's usually the first thing that comes up after probably a few YouTube videos. You know what I'm saying? So again, some people still use it. You know what I'm saying? I know of some people that still use it in front of me personally. I've only bought one shoe off of there, and you should know that's probably the Travis Scott, those Air Jordan 4 Travis Scotts, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Respectively, it wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? So it was a little confusing at first, but then once I caught on, I completely got it. And it is what it is. A lot of people like to use like Flight Club. But Flight Club and GOAT, if I'm not mistaken, they're merged together. You know what I'm saying? It's few here in between now to some of these resale stores. Some of them have closed down. Some of them have had a huge reality check. Some people have been put in handcuffs. You know what I'm saying? It's been all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Manny Keck says, hey, I'm going to leave it there, Polo. I'm just saying, bruh. I get what you're saying. But obviously, it still has a place. I feel like StockX can be revamped, and I feel like that's what they're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Change the game. I remember when, and I'm about to share my screen here with this. I remember when StockX didn't used to offer any return policy. And eventually, they changed that too. You know what I'm saying? StockX to me, without even reading the article right now off the top of like my like thoughts, right? If I had to guess, they're a company that's trying to do by any means necessary to get back to where they once was and then supersede it. You know what I'm saying? This happens time and time again across a lot of multiple big businesses where, you know, they start out slow, then they start booming, they max out, and they think this could last forever, think they're invincible. Not saying this is StockX, I'm just saying in general. Then you get sued by, you know, said company, and then you get a reality check. You know what I'm saying? It come with a game. You know what I'm saying? I've had reality checks. I'm pretty sure we all had to deal with some reality checks before. You know what I'm saying? Basically, a reality check is like, yo, no one person, in my opinion, is bigger than the program. You know? Would I ever shop from StockX again? Maybe. You know what I'm saying? Just depends, maybe, but not right now. And not even really think about it. Like I said, there's only really 2 pairs of sneakers that I really want to get that I wasn't able to get for retail. So we'll see how that goes. Manny says, eBay and GOAT leading by a Honda lapse, a Hundo lapse, which is basically a nice way to say 100. Yes, but even eBay has had to make some changes, right? Remember they used to have it where you're shipping to that one team, they spread out their authentication part. They just kept it more low key, like the information out there, but you have to seek and find it. Versus where you look at StockX, having that big target on your back, everybody's watching your next move. You know what I'm saying? Especially with a lawsuit from Nike. You know what I'm saying? So that's just common thoughts on my part. But let me share my screen here. Get ready. We'll start with the first topic, which is going to be StockX. You know what I'm saying? Definitely want to make sure I stay on this joint right at that hour mark because that's the goal. If you guys can't tell, the kid is like out of it right now. And I'm talking tired only, right? Okay. Long day for the kid, but it is what it is. Give me a few seconds. Let me share my screen here. And again, I'm assuming audio and visuals is good if you guys are responding back. Boom. You guys should be seeing my screen right here. StockX, people. You know what I'm saying? At one point considered one of the top, like, and still is to a certain extent, but one of the number one places to go to get your sneakers for resale, you know, on the resale market and sell. You know what I'm saying? They have some of the better fees for sellers from time to time, and they switch it up. I remember when all the YouTubers went up to StockX and they all got a tour of like the offices and stuff like that. But it says, and this was posted June 24th, right? But it says StockX is expanding to used sneakers and vintage apparel. This was wrote by Zach Hatteras, right, of June 2024. It says some quick facts real quick. I got 3 quick facts that I want to make sure that I cover this. And then we'll talk the CEO talk roughly around the last 15 minutes of the live. So we'll do 15 minutes here and we'll do 15 minutes on the other topic too. I feel like that's fair. But it says some quick facts. It says in a press release announcing the move, StockX leaned heavy on the new AI-powered photo analyst and auto matching technology that streamline listings for the vintage seller and guarantee authenticity for buyers. Again, I don't think we've seen the word authenticity floating around with StockX for quite some time. This is the first time I kind of heard something like that, even if it is on the back end, right? Pause, right? But it says, at its launch, StockX listings will be free and allowing sellers to take home 100% of the sales product or prices. So this is some quick facts. They used to do this, right? StockX listings will launch today at June 24, 2026. So I'm assuming they're going to let you post up to so many right now, no seller fees, and you should be able to walk away. That's to get people hooked, and then like, okay, we're coming back, and this time we're going to wax and tax you with fees. You know what I'm saying? If I had to guess. But StockX listings, right? You can sell used stuff on StockX starting today, right? It says for years, StockX made its name as a reliable destination for sneakers, clothing, and memorabilia that's been verified as legit and new. Now, hot on the heels of the brand reestablishing a retail footprint in New York City. Keep in mind, we covered that as well, where StockX did reopen one of their physical stores. If you don't remember, I definitely covered that. I want to say Saturday. It's announcing the auction style to the expansion is growing in a new pre-owned direction, which, to be honest, I thought they already kind of had an auction style. Like eBay has an auction style, but I guess like StockX is going to do their own version. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's going to be live and or person where there's a person on a video and you bid in, because that would be pretty cool. I will probably show up, but probably not cop. Or they could take the eBay approach and have it where, you know, you put a certain time on it and people bid wisely until the time is out. You know, that's simple. But it says vintage vibes from StockX. Says the StockX listing section adds a third distant factor to the StockX shopping experience, according to the Detroit-based resale giant. The listings section will offer used, vintage, and other unique products that are not currently in the StockX catalog. It says powered by identity verified sellers, optional verification, and StockX unmatched market data. So most popular Jordans by state in StockX since 2024. So another little thing right here we got on the post. This is from StockX themselves. So I think this is interesting. Keep in mind, Alaska is a part of the states right here, but that's Alaska down there. You got also Hawaii over here. That's part of the states. But it says number of states where each sneaker ranks number 1. So the Jordan 11 Retro Legend Blue in 2024. One of my favorite sneakers, man. Not going to bring it out probably till wintertime, but still a shoe I'm glad I copped. Then you have the Air Jordan 4 Retro Military Blue that dropped in 2024. 2024 was one hell of a year. You know what I'm saying? If you ask me, right? Then you got the Air Jordan 4 Bread Reimagined. That's a dope shoe. You have the Jordan 4 Fear. People bought those. The Air Jordan 11 Gammas Blue in 2025. So that was just last year. Rumors is we're supposed to be getting the Space Jams this year. I'm paying attention. You got the Jordan 1 Retro Travis Scott Medium Olive. I actually copped those. Not for retail, but for resale. White Cement 4s, of course. And then you have the Air Jordan 3 Retro Black Cement. All timeless classic sneakers, if you ask me. Even the Fear, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really a fan of the Fear, but I do respect the history behind Fear, right? On the Jordan 4, right? Just want to throw that out there. It says, in a press release announcing to move, StockX leaned heavy on the new AI photo analyst and auto matching technology that will streamline listings for vintage sellers and guarantee authenticity for buyers. At the launch, StockX listing will be fee-free, allowing sellers to take home 100% of the sale profit. So that's, for the beginning, that's a nice way to take out there. Because think about it. Whenever you put your stuff on StockX, say what you want to say. But majority of their stuff is literally search. Like if I put in like a shoe, like especially a hype shoe, it usually is going to show up on the StockX or very, 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 very close where all you got to do is scroll over. You know what I'm saying? They've definitely been here for a while. It says, when does StockX listings launch? It says the StockX listing will launch June 24, which is today, as the best of my knowledge. It says, modifying a 3 prolonged approach to StockX sales, the OG StockX verified the recent introduced StockX Live for auctions and StockX listings for pre-owned sneakers and vintage gear to keep with the latest from the round of sneaker world. And they tell you to download the app. I'm not going to download it personally. Not knocking this, but at the same time, I got enough apps on my phone already. You know what I'm saying? And then we got right here, this is Complex. Let's see what they got for their version. And then we will transition on to Nike's updates for sure. It says StockX is now letting you buy and sell used sneakers. Divine Photo in the building says, what's good, Polo? Sold out family. What up, Divine? What up? We just covering this. StockX is now allowing used and vintage sneakers to be sold. Remember, they were all about new. And then I'm going to go on the update for Nike as well. Appreciate this. Whoever posted it in the Sold Out Discord first. I believe it was you, Divine, but it ain't about that. It's about how we react to it. You know what I'm saying? Respectively, you know? But it says, since its interpretation of 2016, StockX has required sneakers sold on the platform to be brand new, but the changing will introduce a StockX listing. It says Detroit-based online market just announced it will begin using its used sneakers and vintage apparel. Let me see if I can pause this video real quick. Don't want no more distractions whenever I need to pull the video in or do edits to it. Divine says, we are a community. We do this out of we do look out for each other. We do. It did get a little cutthroat, but I feel like that was never the true sneaker community. I feel like that was the people who saw the resale accounts in there and really wanted to just dive in from there. You know what I'm saying? But most of them, you know, if they're really sneakerheads, I can really tell. You know what I'm saying? Easily. Let's see. Devon says, Manny and I have always ahead of the curve with the news. This is true. And I appreciate you fellas for that, man, because y'all know, and I know y'all be at work too, but you know what I'm saying? When I tell you I ain't in the building, you know what I'm saying? They honestly, something had broke today, fixed that joint, but it was a little steady. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. We're going to keep going. It says the Detroit-based online marketplace just announced that it will now begin listing used sneakers and the vintage apparel for the first time ever. StockX confirms that it will use AI-powered photo analysts and auto-matching technology backed by 10 years worth of proprietary data, which allows sellers to list their products in seconds. So this was my thing back in the day, even though they do offer this on eBay, and GOAT does this too. I was never a major fan of the, I guess you can say the stock photos. Granted, if you do the stock photo, it does cut your time in half. So I see why people still like it. But at the same time, me as a consumer, I'm not a fan to see like some return whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or the used joint. Granted, to be fair, like GOAT has always had a used section. eBay is always pulling up under the used section as well. So to me personally, y'all know me, I've copped some shoes for you because I've had to, and I'm not ashamed at all. But it says the Detroit-based online marketplace just announced will begin that. Read that part. The AI-powered photo analyst and auto-matching technology backed by 10 years. We read that part. We're going to keep the party going right here. But it says, as for buyers, right? Items are backed by the buyer's promise, and they got that in quotations, where the company will resolve any issues if they arise. Back in the day, keep in mind, StockX don't came a long way because they used to not have like any form of customer service for real. And if they did, it wasn't really right in your face. It was really hard to find. But it says StockX also confirmed that the sellers are identified, verified, and payments are held until delivery is confirmed by carriers. Additional buyers also purchase optional verification of select items for the additional like reassurance. So again, they trying to, StockX them are trying to do by any means necessary, and I respect it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sound like a hater at all. Let me read the last little part of this article, then we'll transition on to the main topic as well. Nike's updates, obviously. It says, when we started StockX, and this looks like a quote, right? When we started StockX, the idea was simple. Create marketplace, but on trust, data, and transparency. The core hasn't changed, but we'll now be able to provide our customers with a wider selection of the products they love and the ability to sell products they previously purchased faster than ever before. StockX CEO Greg Schwartz said, "We're using AI-powered photo and analysts to streamline the listings processes so customers can sell their used sneakers, vintage apparel, and other unique products with ease. This, coupled by the upcoming rollout of StockX Live, moves us to a new chapter and ensures that we're able to meet the community where we are today. StockX listings will be able to select groups of sellers and all US-based buyers on iOS starting today," which that's the operating system I'm assuming is going to be off the iPhone, but don't quote me on that. But it says the platform expected to expand to all the US-based sellers and have a global rollout in the coming months. So maybe we'll see some changes. Maybe we'll see that they'll do a rollout to this right here. We shall see. You know what I'm saying? But let's transition on to the other topic here, and then keep in mind also for like the last 5 minutes, I want to talk a little bit of upcoming sneaker releases, and then we'll wrap things up for the night. Appreciate you guys for being active in the chat. But that's a cool one. That kind of wraps it up for StockX. Let's go ahead and go to this non-disclosure that the Nike discloses the CFO transition. So again, this is CFO, not CEO. Definitely different, hats per se. You know what I'm saying? But it says David Dental will join Nike Incorporated Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer on August 17th, succeeding Matthew Frenton. So it looks like one guy's leaving, then you got another guy coming right in. They're going to get him trained up. And, to be honest, I wish they kind of did this for like across the board sometimes. But we'll see how it goes. He's going to have to adapt, and I'm assuming Nike wants to see some major changes. That's why they're bringing in, trying this person or that person, or that guy. You know what I'm saying? But it says Nike Incorporated is making more changes to its leadership team, and the latest change impacts Nike's global financial organization, says longtime Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer Matthew Friend will step down and will be succeeded by David M. Denton, right? Hopefully I said that correctly, which is effective August 17th. It says the Friend will remain with the company throughout September 4th. Support an orderly transition. Friend will also participate in the Swiss forthcoming fiscal 2026 earnings call on June 30th. So that's right around the corner. If I'm not mistaken, June 30th is literally like next month. No, next week, not next month. My bad. Kid all over the place. But yeah, literally next week. You know what I'm saying? So keep your eye on the calendar. See if they'll bring some changes. I am all here for it to see a new updated version of the Air Force One all white. Me personally, right? Let me keep going real quick. It says Nike and Delton will partner with the president as the chief executive officer, Elliot Hill, and the senior leadership team to support discipline, execution, capital allocation, and long-term value and creation. So they look like they're on the up and up on this right here. If you want to keep it 100, me personally, Nike them are doing whatever it takes to pivot and make sure their company not only succeeds but also get past where they once were. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I'm not here to say like, it's not gonna do it. But obviously, I think with it being such a short time so far, I feel like the current CEO, Elliot Hill, is pretty much saying it's easier said than done. And we see that. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. It's not like the man ain't working. I believe he's actually is putting in the work. You know what I'm saying? But it says, according to Nike, Denton is currently the CFO at Pfizer since May 2022 and before held the CFO position at Lowe's Companies Incorporated and CVS Health. His LinkedIn profile indicates that he was also a senior management at the accounting firm Doolittle, right? Which is still known as Doolittle and Touche, right? Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Want to make sure I get these names right. That could be like an actual French name. Don't quote me on that, but I respect it. Want to keep the party going right here for like the next, roughly 12, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, because we're definitely going to talk upcoming sneaker releases as well. Again, and like I said, don't forget to smash that like button as y'all coming in and out. But it says, he brings more than 30 years of finance and operating leadership experience across complex global public companies, Nike said, adding that Dayton also brings a public company corporate grievance experience. He was previously on the board of the Helen from 2023 to 2024 and a tapestry for 2014 through 2023. He is also expected severe on the bun of Honeywell Aerospace after its plan to spin off for Honeywell. Interesting. So a lot of changes going down the pipeline, and to be honest, it's kind of hard to keep up. But one thing, like I said too, about this, one thing I can say about Nike, y'all making a lot of changes at the top, reshifting some things and doing all that. But now you're changing up the team. Some people have went on and just retired, and some people haven't. You know what I mean? So it could easily be something that people take into consideration with all these changes. Me personally, I'm nowhere near eligible for retirement yet. You know what I'm saying? But salutes to the people that do get that, for the ones who don't, right? But it says David has proven the public company CFO who has helped great consumer brands operate with the discipline and invest and win. Hill said in a statement, he is focused on doing what Nike does best, serving athletes. Yeah, it says serving athletes, leading with sports, and building the most innovative product in the world. I mean, this is a thing, right? Can we say Jordans are really that innovative? Some are, but I mean, let's just keep it 100, dog. I was just thinking about today when I wore my threes a day. When I took them joints off, I'm telling you, my feet was like, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Respectively. Still kind of feeling that recovery too. Says Hill added that Dayton's experience, judgment, and operating repertoire will help the company execute against the priorities with the consistent and build on the progress underway. Nike CEO also said that the timing was right for the leadership transition as the company moved from the foundational actions all say sustain group through our sport offense operating model. He also ranked that friend for his many contributions to Nike over the years and wished him all the best in his next chapter. So again, this is no stranger things to this. So again, this is going to be interesting how this all goes, because Nike that win now strategy, I'm very curious how well they winning or are they still down, right? That's just food for thought. I can't help but think about it. We'll see if we can find an answer in this article for like the last 15. It says, Nike is one of the world's great brands in extraordinary strengths and support, innovation, and global scale. Dayton said, adding that he was looking forward to the partnering with Hill and the leadership team to support the firm's priorities. Hill made some bold moves last December when leadership changes were made to align with the firm's win now strategy. Says in an open letter to the staff, he said the moves were to give sales and Nike Direct even stronger voice in how we set the strategy and invest, with the challenges removing lawyers so Nike could be closer to the athletes and the marketplace. So do we feel like Nike is gotten any closer with the athletes? That's my thing. I I feel like some of these places, they got to show up by default, but you don't never see nobody. You know what I mean? I see you, Slayer. He says, yo, Sneaker Familiar, 100. What up, Slayer? What up, what up, what up, what up? Just finishing up this last article right here for like the last 15 minutes. Then we're going to talk a little bit of upcoming sneaker releases. And then we'll wrap things up for the night. And yeah, man, more content on the way. Let's see. Man of the Kick says Divine salutes 100 with the Statue of Liberty. But it says, more recent in January, says Cesar Garcia became Nike's new vice president and general manager of the EMEA on February 2nd. Following the retirement of Carl Gilbert after 30 years, Kathy Sparks was named vice president and general manager of the Greater China, with Angela Dong stepping down from her role in the CEO of Nike Greater China in March 31, right? So again, a lot of changes, and they're going to try to do their best to accommodate here. But at the end of the day, Nike and them is still a billion-dollar company. They want to see billions each and every time. And I can't really knock them for that, respectively. You know what I'm saying? It says, when Nike posted their third quarter results on March 31st, it was learned that China wasn't Nike's only competitor, as Europe remained highly promotional. Swoosh has been in a turnaround mode, but analysts think the company will need more time than initially expected. The Beaverton, Oregon-based firm said that the net income in the third quarter of the fiscal year of 2026 fell 35% to $20 million. Pretty much that's $794 million in a year ago period. But it says diluted earnings per share dropped to 35 cents from 54 cents. Net sales were flat, 11.3 billion, and down 3% on the current natural basis. So again, I think there's still some hope here for Nike and them to make a turnaround, but they're gonna have to definitely play it by ear, do some research, and not just throw everything at the wall just because it's a Nike shoe. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. Because if it's tough for them to get the product to us, it's even tougher for us to try to get the product from them. You know what I'm saying? It's almost kind of one of those, like, you get it off of who you know and not necessarily what you know sometimes. I see it each and every day, respectively. But let's go real quick. Last little part of this article, then we'll wrap this joint up here for like the last 5 minutes, upcoming sneaker releases. Keep in mind, too, for the people who came in later, Saturday, we're going to do the top best sneakers of 2026 so far. And I want to get you guys a starting opinion on that. I want you guys to take a little bit of time to think about it. Not too much where it's like homework, but I didn't want to just make that all about the live. I want to make sure I covered as many stories as I can. So story number 2, new appoint Pfizer David Dayton as the new CFO, right? Never saw that company either. So let's see if we can get through this right here. And obviously, you see they got like a big image of him. He says, there's a reason the word planned is nice and central to Nike's headline. After the new chief financial officer, so he's going to be looking at money, right? This guy, not saying he's overthrowing or overpowering Elliott Hill, not yet anyway, but, you know, obviously it doesn't help to it doesn't hurt to have an extra set of eyes, especially if you can trust that person. But it says, over the last 18 months, a wide sense of corporate swooshes has landed a kind alarming in the last 6 months, along with layoffs in January. A new CIO suddenly exited in April, and more job cuts a week after that. But the appointment of the Pfizer David Dayton as the executive vice president and CFO by CEO/president Elliott Hill, and the deliberate part of the ladders of the Win Now plan, designed to flip Nike's fortunes back, getting back into the company, it first focused on his roots. So this is the guy right here, based off his images. I'm going to read the last little part of this article, last 10 minutes, and then we'll wrap things up here. It says, Dayton will officially join the Swoosh August 17th. Kind of cover that. He replaced Matthew Friend, who held the double role for a little over 6 years and plans to stay in Nike until September 4th to support the orderly transition. Dayton will be certain that the brand's global finance organization, working with Hill and the senior Nike figures to support the discipline, execution, capital allocation, and long-term value, right? Okay. I didn't think it was going to be that deep into it, but I can't knock him for it, for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? But it says in a statement, right? Let me get through this joint for here, like last 10 minutes. It says in a statement, he'll emphasize that Dayton's deep experience in seasoned business acquirement built across a 30-year career with complex global organizations. Dave is a proven public company CFO who knows how to get great consumers, brands operate with discipline and innovative products in the world. Dave's experience, judgment, and operating repertoire will help execute against the priorities with consistently and building the program underway. The progress is on the way. So again, they're making some progress. You know what I'm saying? Last little part of this article, and then we'll pretty much talk a little bit of upcoming sneaker releases here. We're doing right up on time. I'm not surprised to see this because one thing I'll say this, how you know StockX low-key may be a decent company still is they're making sure their people get spun up before they leave. You know what I'm saying? I respect that. You know, you go into a lot of things where a lot of people don't really set all that aside. They just kind of go. You know what I mean? Dayton himself focused on the long-term growth and the importance of delivering to athletes. Nike is one of the world's great brands with the extraordinary strength in sports innovation, which I'm surprised. I knew talking a lot tonight, I didn't know how it was going to go, but I'm like, knowing my luck, I'm still going to say the word innovation even if I see it. Not trying to be mean, but hey, it is what it is. It says, in global scale, he said, I'm excited to partner with Elliott Hill, the leadership team, to support the severe athletes around the world. So I can work with that. So this is coming from sneakerfreaker.com. You know what I'm saying? Several articles that really covered this joint right here. And yeah, I mean, to be honest, dog, it is definitely a dry season for sneakers right now. We had a few bangers here and there, but not, in my opinion, one of those like must-have situations. You know what I'm saying? Let me put myself back on the main screen, and then we'll talk a little bit of upcoming sneaker releases. I want to make sure I cover all that versus just rushing it too. I'm assuming audio and visuals is still looking good, as you guys probably would have said something already, right? Okay. But it says, you know, and I still have to go through the front desk. So knowing me, I'm still going to be able to see a lot of these people and all that. So me, right? With these changes with Nike and all that, dog, I get it. He can't come. This is the thing with Elliott Hill, respectively, right? And I don't want to sound mean, and I'm not saying I support his decision or anything like that. I have no dog in this fight, but I see why he's making changes. Because if he comes in and just follow the next guy thing, then they should have just kept the last guy. But that's why they're in this mess, and that's what he's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? He's brought back some timeless classic sneakers that we didn't think we were going to see anymore. But for your bigger ones, right? Pause. Like a Travis Scott or what have you. That, you already know, that's pretty much very, very slim picking. Not saying it can't happen, but it's going to be very, very rare. You know what I'm saying? Because usually I'm able and on top of things, right? And I'm not trying to toot my own horn, right? But I just want to throw that out there as well. And then, so we're coming up on the last, like, 5 minutes. I do want to talk a little bit of upcoming sneaker releases because I don't know about you guys, but I don't see much on the sneakers app. And we do got some stuff that I did just kind of like just Google real quick. So let me see if I can find that, share my screen, get you guys' thoughts on that. I think it was whenever I went to like an amusement park or something. So you do got the best sneaker releases so far. I don't want to cover that one. Let's see. They honored the Madison Square Garden Air Jordan 1. You got Pharrell. Makes sense. You can buy and sell. We covered that one. So I just want to make sure I'm covering all the upcoming sneaker releases too. Let's see. Devon says, did you get your tropical pinks? I'm looking. I haven't pulled the trigger on anything just yet. I'm letting the coins and the piggy bank get right while I got time. And then, you know me, I'm going to strike while the iron is hot, right? That's just my thought process, right? You know what I'm saying? We'll leave it right there. Also, last 5 minutes, too. Get a little up sneaking peek of the Pharrell Louis Vuitton joints. This was posted June 22nd. Now, I do like these, right? I don't know about the weapon of choice for the socks, but I mean, I don't hate him. And he's already kind of been low-key, you know, obviously something different, right? But LV, I wonder will they say like, or any company call them out and like, hey, you know this looks like our product, and then you say whatever, take me to court, and then now you are. You know what I'm saying? You're already behind bars, so you might want to pay attention. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. So right here, I think it's dope. I'm seeing we got some more images. That was it. But I think that shoe did pretty well. Don't really sit up here and seem like I'm bashing the joint. I did cover the Madison Square Garden joint right here, where pretty much it was a Madison Square Garden honored in the Air Jordan 1, right? Now, this is a shoe I've been putting off for a minute. Now, I meant to put on like last time before last, and it just never kept coming up until by the time I realized like, yo, I'm out the door for like work, right? So again, I'm not really a fan of this shoe, but I don't hate it either. You know what I'm saying? It kind of reminds me of those Tiana Taylors, but like a low version. You know what I'm saying? A rose growth for the concrete or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever her slowing is. I don't want to sound like I'm hating, but I'm just saying that's the kind of vibe it gives me, right? Even if I biggie size this right here, you're still going to move it over. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But the Nike Swish stuff, especially turned backwards, I think people aren't really checking for that type of stuff anymore. You know what I'm saying? We're thinking like where you get it from, this and the third. People are dissecting and slowly finding out more and more. You know what I'm saying? So we got that. I'm not going to cover the best joint. We'll cover that next time. We did StockX. And yeah, man, last few minutes is going to be very interesting this year for sneakers. Because right now, normally I feel like we would already have our sneaker of the year for 2026. But I feel like it hasn't dropped yet. You know what I'm saying? Respectively. And this is why this is kind of like a so far what we're going to do next, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to make sure that, like I said, on Saturday, I'm going to try to bring you guys in up on the stream and get you guys' thoughts and opinions on what you think is the top 5. We're not going to do 10 because I feel like we'll never get off, but top 5 shoes, dead or alive, you know, we'll see how it goes right here. These right here, I think it's going to be pretty dope. I don't think you guys seen my screen on these right here. Let me see real quick. Did I show my screen on these? Let me double check right here. This shoe that obviously is low-key deaded to pretty much, you know, Michael Jordan's legacy. So this is like the Madison Square Garden. It's honored in the Air Jordan 1, right? Obviously, and this is a low. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people saying J's aren't comfortable, but we still pulling up each and every time. So let me put myself back on the main screen. I see you in the chat real quick. Give me like 2 seconds. Appreciate everybody for keeping up with me and being patient. Let's see. Unique says Nike X Zlander Air Max 95 1002 drop tomorrow. Thoughts? Let me actually Google all that. You know what I'm saying? And I'll let you know. You know what I'm saying? Because I think you posted it in Discord. I think something like that, but nobody really said anything. So you get it live in person right now. You know me. I don't duck smoke at all. Not saying that was your intentions. You know what I'm saying? But let me do this joint. Boom. There's a black version. Oh, okay, yeah. I did see these on the sneakers app, and I kept scrolling too. Now, I will say this. These do look comfortable. They do look comfortable all the way. But I'm still rocking old slides literally from 2021 that I probably should throw away too. So, not saying I'm a hoarder, but I'm very particular when it comes to my slide. Yes, I like comfortability, but I like the way it looks on my feet too. You know what I'm saying? So, as you can see, some of your bigger sneaker YouTubers and or Twitter people have already posted this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we just getting it back on the main page of the channel. So it's going to be very interesting. So I think, right, as we take on these next couple of months, I feel like Nike them got something in the bag. Let me put myself back on the main screen that they're, you know, hey, we're not where we want to be, but we don't want to throw our major card out there just yet. So, you know, I respect it all the way. Don't really got nothing negative to say about all that. So, as we just hit that top of the hour, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up for the night. So, we did cover StockX. You can now still, like, use sneakers and apparel, which I thought that wasn't like StockX plan. But, hey, they did what they did. You know what I'm saying? And it will be, you know, it is what it is. Memory Kick says, quick flip, not for the personal, in my opinion. I mean, I can see that. Some shoes have been up there on the resale market too. You know what I'm saying? So it's about buying on time. So, but if you're not wearing a joint, then I feel like why hold on to it? You know what I mean? But some of them still have a sentimental value on it where they probably can't do anything about it. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much that's that. Devon says, not top shoe flip of the years. Hey, chill, bro. Chill. I mean, that's their opinion. We shall see. I think, right, we're going to have to definitely have a great debate. What I want to know is complex list, but I'm not going to look at it or bring it up right now, mainly because I like seeing you guys' natural reaction. So, you know, I don't want to sit up here overly spoil it. So I'm definitely going to save that for a Saturday stream for sure. You know, people got their thoughts and opinion, and we'll see how it goes. So, you know what I'm saying? Quick flip for the personal. One person said something too. What did they say? eBay and Go lending by 100, winning by 100 laps. That's normal. You know what I'm saying? So I was just trying to see if I can do that. Once homie get the bread, then he cops, and then it is what it is. Devon says, we know Nigel should be up there. I'm pretty sure. I won't be surprised to see Nigel on the list. I really won't be surprised. Man says, Divine more like B. I get it. You know, that's the bike joints. It's dope. But I would like to see him actually drop another 6. You know what I'm saying? Respectively. If we're going to be talking that route. But I'm not going to go on that tonight because I'll probably never get off stream. But other than that, let's wrap things up for the night. It says Nike discloses CFO transitional, right? So I want to say thankful to that individual, even though I would love to, you know, get things right between us. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I kind of just went all over the place on that one right there. Where we at real quick? Let me touch your chat. Let's see. Devon says more like B. He says Lil B Supreme release tomorrow. Actually, let me look that up real quick. While I got a little bit of time before we wrap it up real quick. I did, because I may actually cop. You know what I'm saying? I have been keeping up with my Supreme drops, but for whatever reason, I've been slacking on that one. So good looking, Divine. Appreciate that. Let me just see if I can pull this up real quick. Let's see. Supreme drop tomorrow. Real quick. Supreme. Kind of just lost it. Supreme. Little B drop. Let's see. Or I could put it, probably just topped in Supreme latest drop real quick. I do see that one, but I want to see if I can go to the community joint. This is Supreme and Lil Bean. They team up for a graphic tee, right? This did actually show up on Complex real quick. Here's some right here. Let me see. Some of this right here. Boom. I don't know if I would cop this, but this is one of the tees right here. Why hate? And then Lil B for Supreme. You know what I'm saying? If you guys liking this is some of the tees. I don't hate it. Don't know if I'll cop, but I don't hate it. I actually do like this tee right here. Best Wishes Supreme. I actually do like that drop. This one right here is pretty dope too. Hair is burning. So yeah. Appreciate that. So we got that on there. Want to make sure we cover that. And yeah, appreciate that. Good look, Divine. I want to see if I can actually go to the actual Supreme page, the Supreme drop. Let me see if I can find it. This week's Supreme joint. I think this is right here. Graphic tee for the summer. Let me go home real quick. See if I can get on the latest and greatest. Explore now. This is this the one right here? This is all. I want to break it down by the drop list. Here we go, drop list. They made a few changes. So June 25th, which is technically tomorrow right here. So yeah, this is some of the tees right here. Actually not mad at this tee right here. This white tee joint, that actually looks pretty cool. Let me see if I can just get a biggie size on it. Oh yeah, that's actually kind of cool. I may pick up this white tee. I actually like this one. For $44, I don't think you can beat that. Respectively, you know what I'm saying? Keep going. For Supreme stuff anyway. You know what I'm saying? Keep going. Boom, boom. Yeah. So I don't see no crazy wild accessory other than I guess you can say you can buy this joint where if you want to hang stuff on the wall, you know what I'm saying? Why not? And then of course you've seen this hoodie right here. I think this is what it is. Boom, close that ad. Yeah. These aren't bad. You You know what I'm saying? But I think I may just get that graphic tee for $44 if I remember and call it a day. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm also on some saving money tip too. Pause. Right? Let me put myself back on the main screen and wrap things up for the night. Appreciate everybody for coming through and showing love as always. Definitely smash that like button, sub up to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already. Of course, you know, my name is Jeremy Jones. What I normally do is make content about sneakers. Occasional trial hauls. Y'all know we have Music Monday as well. I'll be back live again on Saturday with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast. I'm going to open up the stage. We're going to be doing the best sneakers for 2026 so far. So I want to hear you guys' top 5 if you even have one. And then, of course, you know, we're going to do something very similar again in December. But other than that, man, appreciate everybody for coming through. Smash the like button, sub up. My name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers. Occasional trial hauls. I'll see you guys again on Saturday. And yeah, man, more content on the way, and I'm officially out this thing. Peace.
December, over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel good when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember.